Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dependent Fanatic channel. I am the Dependent Fanatic, and the Harbaugh saga continues. With or without Harbaugh, that is the question. Doesn't matter. This week, I don't think so. 10-0 Michigan is on the road to face 6-4 Maryland, and Maryland started off great again this season, 5-0. But they didn't have the depth to keep it rolling once again. They are 1-4 since that good start. It is the game before the game, but that won't affect Michigan at this point. Michigan was at Penn State last week, and they got a lead and ran the game out, literally. Michigan is so confident in their defense that they ran on 3rd and long multiple times, knowing that they wouldn't get the first down. Penn State is a really good defense. Maryland, not so much. Let's go ahead and start with Maryland's offense versus Michigan's defense, and then we'll look at Michigan's defense versus Maryland's offense. Here we go. Talia is trying his best, the quarterback at Maryland, Talia Tagovailoa. 271 yards per game passing at 65%, 22 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Maryland's offense is getting 29 points per game and 397 yards per game, but only 116 rushing yards per game. And running back Roman Hemby has 109 carries for 515 of those rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. It's a 4.7 average. At wide receiver, Jeshaun Jones has 45 catches for 607 yards, 13.5 average, and he has 4 touchdowns. Ty Felton has 38 catches for 542 yards. That's a 14.3 average, and he has 5 touchdowns. And Caden Prather has 37 catches for 523 yards. That's a 14.1 average, and he has 5 touchdowns. At tight end, Corey Dyches has 42 catches for Maryland for 401 yards, 9.5 average per completion or per catch, and he has 1 touchdown. Now, Michigan's defense is allowing 7.5 points per game, 232 yards per game. Both of those categories lead the nation for Michigan. Junior Colson at linebacker leads the team still with 52 tackles. Michael Barrett has 38, and Ernest Hausman has 31 as well at linebacker. Josiah Stewart and Jalen Harrell both have 4.5 sacks, and Derek Moore has 3 sacks. Plus, there are 11 more sacks from everyone else on this defense. The secondary is really, really good. Mike Sainristil has 22 tackles and 3 interceptions. 2 of those interceptions went for touchdowns. Keon Sabb has 20 tackles, 2 interceptions. 1 of his went for a touchdown. Will Johnson has 16 tackles and 2 interceptions, and 1 of his went for a touchdown as well. Rod Moore, Quentin Johnson, Jaden McBurrows, etc. have all played great. Makari Page has 28 tackles as well on Michigan's defense. So something's going to have to give there on that side of the ball, just like always. And Michigan's offense. Let's talk about it. They're getting 39 points per game, 410 yards per game. 237 passing and 173 rushing, so it is very balanced this season. JJ took the day off versus Penn State, like I said, passing the ball. He was 7 of 8 for 60 yards, but he commanded the offense nicely and had 8 carries for 34 yards. He is plenty capable of passing the ball, as we all know. 219 yards per game at 76%, 18 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on the season. Blake the Great Corum had his best game at Penn State, 26 carries for 145 yards. That's a 5.6 average and 2 touchdowns. Donovan Edwards woke up versus Penn State as well, 10 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown. Of course, Wilson, Cornelius Johnson, Loveland, Barner, Samaj Morgan, etc. are all playmakers going against this Maryland defense. Maryland's defense is allowing 22 points per game and 340 yards per game. But they haven't seen anything like this Michigan's punishing but balanced offense. Michigan will have to watch out for the following players on Michigan's defense. 3 of Maryland's top 5 tacklers are defensive backs. Bo Braid has 55 tackles and an interception. Tarheeb still has 5 interceptions and 33 tackles, and Trader Jr. has 34 tackles and 2 interceptions. So, will this be a run first type of schematic for Michigan again, or will they give JJ even more live practice so that he is ready for these better defenses like Georgia? Maryland has 8 players with double digit sacks, including linebacker Kellen Wyatt leading the way with 4.5, plus 33 tackles. So will JJ play? Will they let him play? Aller for Penn State had a nice day versus Maryland. So can JJ. Michigan could easily run over Maryland, but I think it would be nice to see JJ get more in-game experience passing the ball. Either way, Michigan will dominate this game on the road. I'm going 45-7 versus Maryland. The only time Maryland beat Michigan was Brady Hoke's last season in 2014, the year before Harbaugh was hired. Michigan is 10-1 all time versus Maryland. And as you all know, or if you don't know, Michigan is going for win number 1,000 this weekend. If we can get that done, then Ohio State next weekend will be the first win of the next 1,000 for the University of Michigan, and how sweet would that be? There you guys have it, everybody. Michigan's going to roll. They're going to be 11-0 going into the game. Ohio State has Minnesota. They're going to roll. They'll be 11-0 going into the game as well. It's going to be epic top 3 matchup. So stay tuned for that one next week. But this week will be a blowout for Michigan. Thanks, everybody. Like the video. Just share with other people out there, please, on social media. And subscribe if you have not. But if you have, thank you, and go blue.